Good morning everyone. Welcome to Ojaswata IAS Academy. So we are trying to cover current affairs in the form of MCQs for helping you in the upcoming exam of UPSC prelims. So today we will discuss the MCQs of 11th May. You can also join us on our Telegram channel where we upload all these PPTs and you can do multiple revision of them. Now let's see what are the topics which we are going to cover in today's MCQs. So these are the 10 topics which we will discuss in this lecture. So please do take a pause when you see question on the screen, answer it first and then see the explanation part and try to get at least 7 questions correct out of 10. So work hard, be consistent, regularly watch our videos and let's start out today's question. Now question number 1 is with reference to intellectual property rights. Statement first, the National Intellectual Property Rights Policy 2016 sets a roadmap of IPR in India. Second, the implementation of IPRs in India is overlooked by Niti Aayog. Statement first is correct, second is incorrect. Option will be A, that is 1 only. And statement second is incorrect because Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion under Ministry of Commerce is a nodal department for RPR in India, and intellectual property refers to creation of the minds, that is invention, literary and artistic works, symbols etc. which are used in commerce, and they are usually given to the creator an exclusive right over the use of his/her creation for a certain period of time. And do remember that India is a member of WTO and it is committed to trade related aspect of intellectual property, that is TRIPS agreement, and it is also a member of Intellectual Property Organization which is responsible for the promotion of the protection of intellectual property rights throughout the world. Now question number 2 is with reference to African swine fever. Statement first, African swine fever is highly contagious viral disease which affects domestic and wild pigs. Second, African swine fever can spread to humans after direct or indirect contact with the infected pig. Here statement first is correct, the second is incorrect. Option will be A, that is 1 only. So African swine flu is a transboundary animal disease which can spread by live or dead pigs and pork products, and it is highly contagious and affects domestic and wild pigs with mortality rate close to 100%. And the disease was originated in Kenya and is caused by a large DNA virus of the Asparvidae family, and it is not a risk to human health. That's why statement second was incorrect, and it is responsible for the production and economic losses at local, regional and national level. And the context is that this disease has been detected in India for the first time and it has led to the death of more than 2,500 pigs in Assam. So that's why it is in news. Now question number 3 is with reference to Farrell's law. Statement first, all objects are deflected to their left in the northern hemisphere and to their right in the southern hemisphere. Second, the result of deflecting forces is quite visible over the surface of the earth. So both the given statements are incorrect. Option will be D, that is none of the above. So Farrell's law states that if a body moves in any direction on the earth's surface, there is a deflecting force arising from the earth's rotation which deflect it to the right in the northern hemisphere and to the left in the southern hemisphere. And due to rotation of earth, all winds or objects are deflected to their right in the northern hemisphere and to their left in the southern hemisphere with respect to the rotation of the earth. That's why statement first was incorrect. And this law applies to everybody that is set in motion upon the surface of the earth, but as there are so many frictional disturbances, it is not easy to observe the result of this deflecting force, and that's why statement second was incorrect. But important thing is that the effect of Farrell's law is quite visible in atmosphere and its evidence can be obtained from a study of the direction of their air movements in the wind system of the globe. Also, you can check out this image. Now question number 4 is Kalpakam Mini or Kamini reactor, sometimes in news, works on which of the following nuclear fuels? So the correct answer is it is uranium 233. So option will be A. And this reactor is a research reactor which is at Indira Gandhi Center for Atomic Research in Kalpakam, which is in Tamil Nadu. An important thing is that Kamini was the first reactor in the world designed specifically to use uranium 233 fuels. So it is not only India's first, it is world's first reactor which specifically used uranium 233. And in the thorium fuel cycle, thorium 232 is transmuted into the fissile isotope uranium 233, which is a nuclear fuel, and India has the largest thorium reserve in the world. So it is also important. And the reactor promotes the use of thorium to produce nuclear fuel. Now question number 5 is Operation Setu recently in news has been launched by Indian Navy too. So you have to choose the correct statement, and the correct statement is it is for rescue stranded people in Maldives. Option will be C. So recently this operation was launched by Indian Navy named Samudra Setu to bring back the Indians that are stranded in Maldives. And they are stranded in there as the airlines are not operational amid lockdown. So Indian ships Jalsava and Magar are being sent to the port of Malé in Maldives to bring back these people. Now question number 6 is COVID-19 has flattened prices, shift demand curve for agri commodities. So consider the following statement. Statement first, India is witnessing leftward shift in the demand curve. Second, increases in demand are shown by a shift to the left in the demand curve. Third, lower demand has caused prices to fall. Fourth, the ultimate sufferer will be the farmers. So here the incorrect statement is statement second. Option will be C. And statement second is incorrect because when there is an increase in demand, it is shown by a shift in the right in the demand curve, not in the left. Whereas if demand decreases, then it causes a shift to the left of the demand curve for a number of reasons. And two agricultural commodities, that is potato and milk, that are experiencing significant production shortfall. So when there are ordinary circumstances, then due to production shortfall, it would have resulted in prices shoot up at this time. But what is happening? They have remained flat or even collapsed due to the demand destruction from lockdown. And the above price decline isn't the usual because it is shifting demand curve itself. For more understanding, this graph is given. Now question number 7 is recently the term Corona toe was in news. Statement first, it is a rash appearing on COVID patients' feet even in the absence of other symptoms. Second, this strange rash tends to affect the older crowd. Third, small blood clots in the toes blood vessels may lead to the rashes. We have to find incorrect statement. So the incorrect one is second statement. Option will be B. So here is the image is given. This is known as corona toe, and statement second is incorrect because data shows that most people with so-called COVID toes are asymptomatic or have mild cases of disease, and these strange rashes are affecting the younger crowd, not the older crowd, including children and adults. And doctors around the world are noting a raft of clotting related disorders from COVID toe to life-threatening strokes and blood vessel blockages, and these clots must be treated because if these dangerous clots go untreated, they may manifest days to months after respiratory symptoms have resolved. Now question number 8 is recently llamas were in news. Statement first, llamas are a member of a camelid family. Second, the native habitat of llamas is the cold and dry Atlas mountain of Asia. So your statement first is correct, second is incorrect. Option will be A, that is 1 only. So this is the image of llamas, and statement second is incorrect because their native habitat is cold and dry Andes mountains, not Atlas mountain. However, in modern times, they can be found in a wide range of habitats including grasslands and farmlands. And recently in a llamas, researchers have found an unlikely ally in the hunt for an effective treatment of COVID-19. And these llamas are browsing herbivores that eat mountain vegetation such as low shrubs and lichens. And these llamas have been domesticated for hundreds of years to produce meat, milk, wool, and for use as a packaged animals. Now question number 9 is, which of the following is are the member or members of non-aligned movement? So the correct answer is, it includes Afghanistan, Pakistan, Palestine. Option will be D, all of the above. So here is the map is given. The dark blue color shows members of NAM and light blue color shows observer state. And the group was started in Belgrade in 1961. And in his first address to this NAM summit since assuming office in 2014, Prime Minister Narendra Modi reflected concerns on the issue of terrorism, fake news, and calling them deadly virus at a time when the world fighting the novel coronavirus, and that's why it is in news. Now question number 10 is, Glorioso Islands are located in which of the following water body? So the correct answer is, it is Indian Ocean. Option will be C. So here is the map is given, and these islands are close to Comoros Island and are French overseas territory. So that's all in our today's MCQs. Hope you guys are liking the lecture, and if you want to contact us, these are the details. And if you want information regarding UPPSC and its test series, you can also contact us. We are always there to help you. Now today's question for you is, if prices of substitute goods increases, then what happened to its demand? Similarly, if prices of complementary goods increases, then what happened to its demand? If you know it, please answer it in the comment section. If you don't know, please Google it. So stay safe, stay healthy, have a nice day, and